is KSN News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Brett Bagansky. If you're just joining us, a windstorm is blowing across the Sunflower State. We are talking about wind gusts reaching 50, even 60 miles an hour. However, the wind could get as strong as 80 miles per hour in some areas. We have the KSN team across Kansas covering everything that you need to know. We have meteorologist Ronell Williams, who is tracking the wind from the Storm Track 3 Weather Center. Meteorologist Erica Page will join us live from Storm Tracker 3. And our very own Hunter Funk is live at Eisenhower National Airport with a look at how the wind is affecting the flights. But first, we're going to give you a look around our entire state. We're going to start in southwest Kansas, specifically in Garden City. We have been monitoring this for the last few hours. You see the dust really flying around the area. It almost looks like there's going to be a snowstorm in the area. That's not snow. You don't need to adjust your TV. That is just the wind and the dust flying up in this area. A little debris on our Skyview camera here. And just to give you another idea of how this is, another look at the storm and the dust in Garden City. Our storm tracker Dustin Hessman took this video. You can just hear the wind roaring, and you can see the corn stubble just flying around. So let's move on here a little bit farther east in Dodge City. Once again, completely covered. Almost looks worse now with the view as we move east into the area in Dodge City. Just another reason why this is a big deal. So let's move on to the northwest part of our area. This is in Colby. It's a little bit clearer in this area, but you could still see the wind shaking, our camera shaking, Skyview camera over there. So let's head east on I-70. This is in Salina. A little bit different of a view, but very similar to what we just saw in Colby. But as that storm just keeps moving through, you could probably safely assume that it's going to look kind of like Garden City and Colby right now. And then we're going to end our journey in Hutchinson. It almost looks pretty clear once you compare everything, relatively speaking. But as you can see, the clouds over here are moving fast, and at times the wind is, of course, shaking our Skyview camera. So let's bring in meteorologist Ronell Williams again. The big question: how long is this going to last? When is it going to stop? And this is something, the wind, certainly nothing to be trifled with.
Yeah, you know what? Even though winds were pretty gusty earlier this morning, Brett, as a lot of us were waking up, it looks like things really started to pick up right when we got into that mid-morning time frame. And because that wasn't that long ago, we've still got the rest of the afternoon all the way into the early part of the evening. Checking out our active weather alerts, got high wind warnings remaining in effect all the way through 9 p.m. this evening, well after sundown. And once we get into the overnight, that's when things should start to calm down and lighten up. But until then, take a look at some of these gusts that we're dealing with right now. Up to 63 in Elkhart, 62 in Garden City, 48 in Hutch, up to 55 right now in Wichita. And actually had a gust not too long ago out of Sharon Springs up to around 82, 83 miles an hour. So these are some gnarly winds that we're dealing with right now. And heading west into where we have some of those stronger wind speeds, we do have Storm Tracker 3 with Erica Page in the meteorologist Erica Page in the passenger seat, keeping an eye on things. Erica, of course, I'm sure you're getting kind of knocked around a little bit, but are you also dealing with some of that dust where we're getting reports of that as well?
Yeah, we are definitely dealing with a little bit of that dust, Ronell, because especially if you're on some of these county roads, and we'll show you what we're seeing from Storm Tracker 3. Here we are on Northeast 40th Avenue, so this is just to the north of Pratt. You can see if there are any cars that are moving by, it does reduce your visibility just for the fact that we are seeing a lot of that dust being kicked up. The ground has been very dry, so there's really not a lot of moisture to hold any of that dust in place. And if you're near any of these more rural areas where we have a lot of that farmland, there's a lot of crop debris that's being lofted into the air as well. We've noticed a lot of the semis on some of these area roadways as we've been traveling west of Wichita towards the Pratt area that have taken their time, started to slow down, or even been pulling off on some of those gas stations that are along the sides of the road because it's just simply too gusty to be out and about. Winds we just measured here in Storm Tracker, we're coming in out of the south at about 42 miles per hour. That was the latest gust that we were able to clock here from Storm Tracker 3. So again, we'll continue to monitor these conditions. It's one of those days, honestly, if you do not have to be outside, probably best you just stay indoors. The winds are going to be picking up here in the Pratt area as we continue on through the rest of this afternoon. So it is something that we are going to continue to monitor here from Storm Tracker 3. Live from Storm Tracker 3, meteorologist Erica Page, KSN News 3.
Erica, thank you for that. We're going to check in with you in just a little bit. If you're just joining us, that strong wind is wreaking havoc on the power lines and even the power poles. And we found this one just leaning near 21st and I-135. So the fire department is there right now monitoring this situation. You know, it appears that the wind also knocked down some other power poles. We just got an update. Evergy is reporting around 3,200 outages in this service area. About a third of them are in the Wichita area. Midwest Energy, which serves a large portion of central and northwest Kansas, is reporting about 700 outages at this very moment. So most of them are going to be in the Goodland and Colby areas. And the wind is also making travel potentially dangerous. KSN's Hunter Funk is live at Eisenhower National Airport. Hunter, how much of an impact is the wind having on arrivals and departures?
Brett, yeah, Kansas winds are really shining through. Just before the noon hour, Eisenhower Airport here, we're out on the tarmac, reporting about 50-mile-per-hour gusts. And that noon to 3 hours is what they're expecting to be the worst. Now, Garden City is another area that had ended up canceling their flights. So maintenance crews say be sure to check your airlines or even the airport websites to make sure everything is good to go. Live from Eisenhower Airport, Hunter Funk, KSN News 3.
Always some great advice, Hunter Funk. Check your flight before you head out there. Thank you. So with the wind this strong, state troopers are recommending that you just, as you kind of heard earlier, just stay home. But you do have to go out. Troopers said, slow down. Give yourself plenty of time to get where you need to go. And they also said don't linger next to semis.
And what you don't want to get caught up around high-profile vehicles. So pass vehicles as quickly and legally as you can, those high-profile vehicles, and just stay away from them, because we're, in these type of situations, we do see a lot of semis blown over.
Just quite a look right now. And Trooper Hireman said if you do pass a big rig, make sure you keep a firm grip on your steering wheel, because a wind gust could hit you once you end up passing. And another danger on the road, blowing dust. In fact, the National Weather Service issued dust storm warnings for parts of western Kansas. So what you're seeing right now is video from a KDOT camera on I-70 near Goodland. You saw that from our Skyview camera. So if you come across one, the best thing to do is slow down and turn on your lights.
If you get to a point in that dust storm where you just cannot see anything and you're too scared to drive, it's okay to pull over, turn your hazard lights on, gently slow down, go towards the shoulder, the outside shoulder.
So he said the best thing to do is get off the highway and get your car into the grass if that's possible. And if you can, turn off your hazard lights so other drivers don't get confused on where that road is. And if you suffer from allergies, today may be bad for you outside. A Wichita pediatrician said the wind is kicking up not only sand, but dirt, and then even pollen. The doctor recommends staying indoors, but if you do have to go out, there are a few things that you can do to help yourself breathe a little better.
Make sure that you are taking your medicines as prescribed by your physician. And of course, wear a mask. It can help reduce the amount of microparticles that are getting deep down into your lungs.
Dr. Siri said once you go inside, take a shower if you can. But if you can't, blow your nose or flush it out with saline to get all those particles out. And the fire danger is extremely high today. And if a fire gets started, it has the fuel to spread, and it's going to spread fast. So not only is the wind strong, but the humidity is low. And to make matters worse, we haven't seen rain in a few weeks. Fire departments in the Kansas Forest Service are on high alert. Firefighters are ready to jump into action when they get the call, but there are some things you can do to prevent fires.
If people can just be extremely diligent and, making sure that even things like if you're pulling a trailer, making sure that the chains aren't dragging along the road, that's going to cause sparks.
He also said, do not throw cigarette butts outside. Governor Laura Kelly is also keeping a close eye on the fire danger. The governor could sign an emergency declaration today, which allows local departments to get state resources. Back here in Wichita, like a scene out of the TV show Cops, Wichita police make a bust, and this was caught on camera. Watch KSN Zach Martin along for the ride with the department's new auto crime enforcement team.
It's turning westbound just south of Douglas. That's the tag office.
You got something?
2 white females.
All right, let's go.
The Auto Crimes Enforcement Team was busy Tuesday afternoon hunting for stolen vehicles. We were able to record them putting 2 suspects in cuffs and reuniting one owner with his car.
Feels great. Appreciate all the work of the police department. That was awesome to hear they got it, and Caught the people. That was great. My wife will be happy.
If someone's driving a $1,500 Honda and it's stolen, they probably can't afford to just go buy a new car. So getting that car back is a huge thing for them. They can get their kids to school, they can get to work. You know, it's a huge relief to get your own property back.
Since the ACE team was established in September, they've recovered more than 140 cars and more than $1.4 million in stolen property.
I will say that I didn't think it was going to be quite this successful. This is way beyond what I would have thought or expected for this team to do. If you're out there to do harm to the public, this community is fed up with it, we're fed up with it, and we're coming after you very seriously in a very serious way.
The team, made up of WPD and officers from other departments, are using license plate technology, among other things, to crack down on the crime.
The more we can work together and share information on who's doing what, and pool our resources, share our resources to go after the worst offenders, the better off we're all going to be.
Here for you, Zach Martin, KSN News 3.
And the ACE team is still growing. When it began, it included WPD, Mulvane, and Valley Center Police. And now the Butler County Sheriff's Office and the Bel Air Police Department are joining the fight. Coming up right here on KSN News at noon. After tragedy strikes, a central Kansas community comes together to support one of their own. The story's coming up.
Not only tracking those strong gusty winds, but the threat as well as an extreme threat of grassland fire danger, all coming up in your full Storm Track 3 forecast in just a few minutes.
Car wrecks don't take weekends off, and neither do we.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck over the weekend, don't wait until Monday to get the help you need now.
We're your 24/7 injury attorneys.
Call 550-0000.
Call us for 3M earplug cases.
There are many reasons to choose Renewal by Andersen replacement windows, and our exclusive Fibrex material is a significant one.
It's our Fibrex material. It is the best material out there. It's a composite. It's built to last. We have engineered this material to last.
For a limited time only, get free installation, $200 off each window, $500 off each patio door, and 12 months, same as cash financing.
Choose quality, choose value, choose Renewal by Andersen.
Kansas is in a crisis.
Some other states have already started rolling out the latest unemployment benefits, but Kansas lags behind.
And Kansas families are looking for answers.
Other states have already started giving out money, and no one is giving me a clear answer.
So what is Laura Kelly doing about it?
I honestly cannot give you a clear answer on that because I've not talked with labor.
Governor Kelly, it's time to do your job.
The sun rises, our team is already working. Eddie and Julia bring you the news you need to know, and meteorologist Ron L. Williams helps you plan ahead. Throughout the day, we continue to investigate and search for answers to the stories that matter most to you. And as the day comes to a close, Jeff and Emily bring you news that informs, uplifts, and delivers. As Chief Meteorologist Lisa Teachman helps keep you weather aware. We are KSN News 3, delivering on our promise to be here for you.
The Ponderosa will be Payne's first fully autonomous vehicle.
The name Ponderosa. Do we like it?
The name isn't important. We've made advancements.
Wasn't there a car that meant something bad in Spanish?
Quite a few of them, actually. There's the Chevy Nova, the Mitsubishi Pajero.
You think these companies would hire at least one guy who spoke Spanish? Does anyone here speak Spanish?
Geez, people.
American Auto. Special preview December 13th on NBC.
Car wrecks don't take weekends off, and neither do we.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck over the weekend, don't wait until Monday to get the help you need now.
We're your 24/7 injury attorneys.
Call 550-0000.
Call us for 3M earplug cases.
Now, your Storm Track 3 weather rate forecast.
Dealing with the wind, high fire danger concerns, as well as a lot of blowing dust out there. And now, believe it or not, seeing a few showers and storms developing, kind of riding that I-70 corridor, tracking to the east and northeast. So we'll continue to keep a close eye on those. Not expecting anything severe, at least out west, but we will keep an eye on some of those showers and storms as they now approach Nest City, areas like Hill City as well, where we do have a dust storm warning in effect. Literally a little bit of everything in today's forecast. So these dust storm warnings likely lasting all all the way through 1:30, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few more counties get added to those warnings as we continue through the early part of the afternoon. Our winds right now generally anywhere between 30 to nearly 50 miles an hour. Now, these are sustained winds. These aren't even the gusts. Our gusts up to more than 60 miles an hour, especially where we've got some of these stronger wind speeds, areas like Elkhart as well as Liberal right now. Visibility an issue down to a mile, Dodge City as well as Garden City, all because of that blowing dust. Haze as well, down to 5-mile visibility. A lot of these lower numbers, we know 10 is the best. That's perfect visibility, but a lot of these lower numbers likely due to that blowing dust. So if you are about to head out the door, if you haven't done so just yet, please make sure that you're traveling safely. We do have Storm Tracker 3 out, keeping an eye on things, not only when it comes to visibility, but also when it comes to these gusty winds. Just to the north and east of Pratt, we have meteorologist Erica Page. Erica, can you tell us what you're experiencing out there?
Yeah, Ronell, we're really just kind of traveling northeast on Kansas Highway 61, and you'll notice that there's a little bit of a haze off in the distance as we take that look out of Storm Tracker 3, but the dust not quite as big of an issue here as we're kind of in the south central Kansas area. What we are noticing, though, is these stronger winds as they're gusting in from the south. They're helping to loft a lot of that debris left over in some of those crop fields, and so that may start to impact your car. You'll likely notice a little bit of that dust as well hitting the side of your vehicle, but really it's one of those days where if you're out driving, you're probably gripping that steering wheel just a little bit harder in order to kind of combat those winds that are a little bit gustier at this time. The strongest winds still have yet to come into the region, and we're obviously going to continue to watch that as we head throughout the rest of the noon show. Ronald.
All right, thanks so much, Erica, for that update. We not only have a lot of high wind warnings remaining in effect through this evening, but also fire weather warnings as well. Due to the gusty winds, dry conditions, outdoor burning, highly discouraged today. As we take a look at those winds, taking them into the evening hours after dark, they should start to settle down. Still going to be a breezy night all the way through our Thursday, but at least winds not going to be as strong as what we're experiencing right now and what we'll continue to experience as we go through this afternoon. In addition to some of those showers and storms that we're seeing off to the west, there could be a wraparound shower, maybe even an isolated flurry, kind of skimming that Kansas-Nebraska line to the north and west. And then we'll have to keep an eye on things a little bit farther off to the east, as we'll likely see a narrow band of showers and storms develop. It does look like there could be an isolated stronger storm, mainly just outside of our area. Just as quickly as that band forms, it's going to move right back out. Skies clearing back out overnight. Our haze sky view camera right now, there's that haze that we just saw from meteorologist Erica Page through Storm Tracker 3. 70 degrees as well, so we've got the strong gusty winds pumping a lot of that warm air into the area. 50s, 60s, 70s today, but then turning colder tonight. So that dog walking forecast, colder tomorrow, not the best today, as you got to keep a tighter grip on that leash. Charlie Brown has the right idea by just chilling today. Teens, 20s, 30s later on tonight into tomorrow morning. 7-day forecast for Wichita. Only a 10% chance of a rain shower, mainly to the east of Wichita today, and only a 10% chance once we get into Friday. North central Kansas, they're looking pretty dry over the next 7 days. It looks like things going to continue to stay dry. We'll be right back.
I need 3 uncorked slushes. Adding strawberries to the sangria. Order up. Sonic uncorked slushes, ready for pickup.
Sick of waiting for your furniture to arrive? Menards has furniture you need in stock. Plus, you get a free rug. That's right. Buy any upholstered living room furniture at $299 or more and get a free 5x7 area rug. That's $149.99 in savings. Need a new chair? How about a sectional? A new recliner or love seat? Buy one today. Get a free rug. Hurry up. Get to Menards before they're gone. In store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
They changed the fast food game, but sometimes you gotta refresh to be fresh. Welcome to the Eat Fresh Refresh, where there's so much new, some say it can't fit in one ad. I say, we're talking a new All-American Club, deli-style oven roasted turkey, and...
Oh, that's the new steak and cheese.
Oh yeah, I knew that. That's the one with the new seasoning.
And that was the new MVP Parmesan vinaigrette.
Right, which makes the next level foot... Hold up, the Subway logo? Wait, I'm out of time.
Hey folks, Jerry and Alec, Continental Siding.
We've reached the end of the year. You know what that means, don't you, Jerry?
Yep, I sure do. It means we're having our end of the year inventory blowout sale. It's better for our company if we sell everything in the warehouse before the end of the year.
This sale is only for in-stock colors. The good news is there's a lot of siding in here. The bad news is it won't last long. So click
or call now.
When accuracy counts, the KSN Storm Track 3 team has hit the mark 4 years in a row. Their forecasts are once again certified as the most accurate in Kansas by Weather Rate, an independent research team who studies every forecast every day, all year long. Watch the team committed to getting it right more than anyone. KSN Storm Track 3, certified most accurate on air, online, and on the go 4 years in a row. When you need them the most, trust the KSN Storm Track 3 team to be here for you.
Look at it. Look, Burger King, Chicken King. The Whopper better run.
Oh, Burger King. Flame grilling used to be your thing, but now...
Chicken.
People are going chicken crazy over the new Chicken, and you've caught them red-handed. Has the Whopper finally met its match? Run, King! Run! The new hand-breaded Chicken. Oh, no. Did we just outdo the Whopper?
Welcome back. Kansas man is brought to tears by the kindness of others. KSN's Emily Younger shows you how his community is banding together to lift up a grieving father.
This is the work of Christ in action.
The sun is shining down on a group of Kansans hard at work. The intentionality of these fine people, enough to make the man operating the crane cry.
Friends and family, locals, pretty amazing what all they did.
Tom Reeves is a man of few words.
It's a little bit tough.
He was nearly speechless around this time last year.
Well, we was at my son's funeral and we got the phone call the house was on fire. So rushed here and there wasn't nothing left, so.
His Bueller home of nearly 20 years, gone in a matter of minutes.
The friends and family said, hey, look, let's help him out.
Wilmer Harder, a local pastor, put out a plea for help. Within weeks, people in the surrounding communities donated more than $45,000 to build Reeves a new home. We were there as they installed the trusses in mid-November.
It means a lot to him. I think it's overwhelming, as it is to all of us, but for him especially, that he is loved.
This, truly a labor of love. Neighbors helping a neighbor find the light again.
Always be nice to your neighbors and friends. That's for sure.
Emily Younger, KSN News 3.
And the home is expected to be done in a matter of months. But until then, Reeves is living in a donated mobile home. So we're going to be back in just a little bit. We're going to look at the weather. We're talking about the wind, the gusts, the dust that is just flying up in the air. Stay with us.
There's good, better, and best. And then there's the excellent quality of our handcrafted solid wood furniture here at the Furniture Store of Kansas in McPherson. Liquids leave no stain. Look how easy it opens. And leaves that store inside. These chairs, they're tough. I really love it. Authentic, American-made red oak, Pennsylvania cherry, solid maple, even quarter sawn, all here at the Furniture Store of Kansas in McPherson.
I have a rare blood cancer. I've been fighting it for 7 years. $132,000. That's the annual price for my cancer medication. I live in fear over my high drug prices. You wonder how everybody else survives.
Representative Sharice Davids backs a bill that lets Medicare negotiate lower drug prices for Americans. But the big drug companies are attacking her with lies and fear-mongering. Call Representative Davids. Tell her to keep fighting for lower drug prices.
Classic rock is on 104.5 The Fox. Wichita's classic rock. And 104 minutes commercial free to start your workday. Classic rock is on 104.5 The Fox.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Dillon's, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Dillon's, fresh for everyone.
Here's where it happened. I was on the corner of 96th and Rock Road when a car came out of nowhere and hit me. This is what's left of my car. I had to have serious back surgery, and now I need money. I need a hero. Call 1-800-241-BRAD.
I'm attorney Brad Postotnik, the Bull. Any accident, any time, call me and I'll win for you.
My hero.
Call me. It's just that easy.
Call 1-800-241-BRAD.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Enjoy our delicious 2 for $5 select breakfast sandwiches. Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, sausage McMuffin with egg, and egg McMuffin. Breakfast just got a whole lot better.
At Conklin Cars, you can shop online and we'll bring the car to you.
We are tracking breaking news at this very moment. It appears the wind knocked down a power pole and it is impacting EMS services. So this is a live picture. You see that power pole is in the middle of the street. It's not too far from where the Wichita Animal Shelter is, the Kansas Humane Society. So an EMS station is there right now. We're told that the ambulance cannot get out, and Evergy is also on the scene doing repairs. And Ronell, we've been talking about the wind and how powerful it is. Everything that we've been talking about is as advertised, and you're seeing it right now.
That's right, right now, and we'll continue to see these strong winds as well as that high fire danger through the rest of the afternoon. Just in case you missed that forecast, though, I do want to go beyond today, though, to let you know what to expect. Those winds calming down quite a bit later on tonight, tomorrow. Wichita, north central Kansas, cooling off quite a bit as well, dropping down about 20 degrees tomorrow. Now, southwest Kansas, unfortunately, not seeing a whole lot of moisture from this windy system, and it looks like the next 7 days looking pretty dry for you. Seasonable chill moving in over this weekend. Northwest Kansas may see a shower, an isolated rumble of thunder, even a flurry later on today. Make sure that you're continuing to drive safe in those winds.
The wind, the dust is going to be an issue today. We're going to talk all about it once again at 5 o'clock. Have a great day. Good Day Kansas up next.
Weather is sponsored by Nextech, Community Bank, Children's Mercy Wichita, BTI, Hutchinson Community College, Lewis Automotive, Nextech Wireless, Robinson Furniture, Hoxie Implement, Wichita Metro Toyota Dealers, Kansas Land Tire and Service, St. Francis Ministries.
It's local, it's the latest, it's free. Download the KSN News app today.